Snapper, good morning, what's going on? I didn't snap yesterday. It's been a very, very crazy weekend. Say hi, babe. Hi. Robin and I doing markets this morning. I've been busting to do a mini lesson. I got a heap of questions. I'm gonna go home in the next hour or two and get it cracking. Okay, let's do it. We're kind of in the middle of coming here, smashing some work, grabbing some laptops, grabbing some books, and then we're going to the shops. I'm gonna keep doing this lesson. It's a fucking chaotic day here at Infinite Prosperity Headquarters. So today we're talking about power and money. I had a really good question come through. Here it is. Question of the day. If you had to choose, would you prefer to have power or would you prefer to have money? And why? Pretty good question. Before I go and get balls deep doing diagrams and formulas, the quick answer. The quick answer is that I'm not sure if I've ever seen them exclusive. So far, from all the people that I've met, I haven't met anyone who's really empowered and broke, and then I haven't met anyone with a lot of money who's disempowered. They're not mutually exclusive. They go hand in hand. Power and money go hand in hand. They're entangled. If you have power, then you're going to attract money. If you have money, then you've got power by way of having money. But when you get two entangled traits, like power and money, and you put them on a timeline, you bring time into the equation, I have seen one come before the other. And more often than not, the power comes first, then the money is drawn to them through being powerful. So to understand that, I'm going to draw some things and then tell you what power means. Firstly, it can go the other way. You can be pretty disempowered and then come into money through doing an inheritance or doing a lottery win, and you can get powerful from that. But more often than not, the lottery winners end up broke in 2 years and they end up disempowered again. The power is the horse, money is the cart. Firstly, let's make sure we're on the same page about what power is. I talk about power a lot, becoming empowered. What the fuck does that even mean? Power means the ability to act. The more ability that you have to act in time and space, the more power that you have, the more empowered that you are. It's Sunday right now, so everyone can go and do whatever they want in time and space. But tomorrow morning, when Monday rolls around, you'll notice more of a power discrepancy. Some people will still be rolling around in time and space. Others will have to be at a certain place at a certain time. To the degree that your ability to act and your ability to move through time and space is restricted and limited, the less power that you have. There's a little formula I want to share. P equals V squared on R. This is power, this is voltage, this is resistance. This is the electrical equation for electrical power. I used to be an electrician once. Power, voltage, resistance. Voltage is an arbitrary word. It's just named after a guy. A volt, it's named after Alessandro Volta. It actually means potential difference. If you go and Google what does voltage actually mean in an electrical system, it'll come up with potential difference. We're doing an intermission on today's mini lesson. We got to shoot to the shop. I'm taking my pen, I'm taking my pad, I'm going to do this in the car park. Snapper, what's going on? We're doing a car park mini lesson. Where the fuck were we? Resistance. We have voltage, we have resistance. Since resistance is a denominator in the formula, the more resistance there is in an electrical circuit, the less power there is. If you want to gain a really cool insight into your own personal power, you want to focus on your potential difference and your resistance. Everyone on Earth has a potential difference compared to other people. Ricardo called it the law of comparative advantage. Every individual has a competitive advantage. Now, if you take the time to go and figure out what your comparative advantage is, and you don't resist it, you'll have tremendous amounts of power. The thing is, most people don't honor themselves enough to realize that they do indeed have a comparative advantage, and they go and subordinate and copy others. And they go and get involved in traditions and dogmas, and when they go and follow these ideals, they resist their own difference. Every single day here on social media, on Snapchat, on Instagram, on the YouTube, I'll get someone saying, how do I be more like this person? How do I be more like you or this guy? Yesterday I got, how do I become someone like Elon Musk? You don't want to be Elon Musk. He's already taken. You want to be you. To the degree that you resist your own soul-guided calling, your own purpose, your own comparative advantage, you lower your power. If you try to be someone else, you got no power. I'm certainly not saying that you don't learn from people like Elon Musk, because you do. And you go and read their biographies and their autobiographies, and you go and figure out what they're doing and use that guidance and inspiration on your own journey. Absolutely do that. I got a heap of mentors, and I've studied with heaps of mentors, but you don't try and become them, because then you live in their shadows. As my mentor DeMartini says, you want to stand on the shoulders of giants. You don't want to live in their shadows. You want to honor your own potential difference and don't resist it, and you'll create tremendous power. The one great philosopher once said, know yourself, be yourself, love yourself. The more you know yourself, the more you are yourself, the less resistance you'll have, the more power you'll have. Shopping's done. To the next location. In this mini lesson, we'll continue for the final part. We're home. Final part of the mini lesson. Let's talk about resistance. As you free up the resistance, you stop looking up to people, stop subordinating, stop doing tradition for the sake of tradition, not because you're actually inspired from within to uphold it. A lot of people aren't. A lot of people are not inspired by the traditions that they subscribe to. They just do it because they're, who knows why. I was talking to a guy here the other day doing a doctor's degree. 3 years into a doctor's degree. Not inspired, not loving it, hating his life. I said, why are you doing a doctor's degree? And the answer was, well, because my parents were doctors. Both of my parents were doctors, and 3 of my 4 grandparents were also doctors. What the fuck has that got to do with it? If you're not inspired to go and do something, don't fucking do it. Don't waste your time and energy and life. Don't just do it because someone else said that you should do it. The more you go and blindly follow authorities and blindly follow traditions, the more resistance you have for your own potential difference, your own comparative advantage. What kind of doctor do you think you're going to be if you're a doctor because your mum and dad was a doctor and you thought you should have done the degree? Not because you're actually inspired from within to go and serve people and heal people. You're going to be a low-quality doctor. You won't be leading the industry. You won't be coming up with new innovations for healing and helping. You won't be a solid doctor. You'll be an average doctor. Going into work, going into your practice, doing the mundane 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, thinking about what you're really here to be doing, what you're really inspired by. You won't be present in your work. And anyone knows, any business owner knows, if you don't love what you're doing, you're not going to be good at it. You got to put love into your work. So the first thing you want to go and do is figure out what your comparative advantage is. And that comes from the soul. It's your soul-guided purpose, what you're here on planet Earth to be doing and achieving, what you're inspired to get up and do. The second thing you want to go and do is go and give yourself permission to pursue that. Go and do it. Whatever it is, go and do it. Give yourself permission to go and do it. Break down the resistance. Another way of saying potential difference is your point of difference. Once you figure out what your point of difference is, go and increase it. Go and work on it. Go and grow that area of your life. For me, it's teaching, sharing, inspiring, guiding. My point of difference is teaching. I'm a bloody good teacher. And so what I go and do is I go and work on that by learning and learning more myself. When you work on your potential difference and go and shoot it through the roof, take that to the sky, you break down your resistance. As this guy approaches zero, power approaches infinity. When we talk about zero resistance in the electrical world, we're talking about superconductors. If you haven't Googled superconductors, go and check this shit out. In the world of electrical superconductors, there's some crazy shit that goes on as you approach zero resistance. And in your own life, as you approach zero resistance and you honor yourself for your own point of difference and your own soul-guided purpose, you will become a superconductor. And in the 16th century, the word conductor was one who leads or guides. And as you move towards zero resistance, you become a super leader. And you get power. You grow in power. When you've got power, wealth is a very short step. So, to finally answer the question once and for all, if I had to take away my money or take away my power, I'd say take away the money. With the power, you can get the money back. But if you keep the money and you become disempowered, and you all of a sudden put up resistance and fears and guilt and shames, and you don't want to be yourself, you won't get the money. And the money that you do have will dissipate. It'll go. It'll leave. And you'll become disempowered. And you'll be disempowered and poor. Fuck that. Get the power, then you get the money. Horse before the cart. And by power, I don't mean becoming a dictator or a tyrant. I mean being yourself, knowing yourself, loving yourself, and breaking down the resistance.
Stomach, good morning. Can you see me? Can you see me in the... What's going on? Oh, fuck, I'm tired. I didn't get enough sleep. Look at that weather today. Beautiful day. Look at that. Oh, look at those. Oh, look at those clouds behind the city. Let's do a brekkie. Robin is already up. She's pumping the day already. She's not in bed. Fuck. Yes. Fuck. Yes. Feeling good today. Feeling good. Very grateful. Love this place.
Not feeling tired anymore. Feeling pumped. It's a big day today. Monday. Feeling great. There's a lot going on at work today.
One thing I learned on a health retreat in Bali is that when you wake up every morning, you do a shake and bake, what is called a shake and bake. You put every single joint in your body through its full range of motion. Start at the toes, go to the ankles, go to the knees, go to the hips, do a good few pelvic thrusts in the morning, give it a good fuckery.
I do back, I stretch back, I do the full body, and then I do all the muscles as well. I stretch all the muscles. You do elbows, you do wrists, fingers, arms. That shit moving. First thing in the morning, get it all moving. It's Makes you feel fantastic. It takes a couple of minutes. Get all the joints moving, stretch all the muscles out, you feel amazing. If you have a flexible body, you'll have a flexible mind. If you have a fixed, rigid body, you'll have a fixed, rigid mind. A flexible mind's going to change the way you do life. Stress is an inability to cope with an ever-changing environment. If you're more flexible, you can cope with stress. You have less stress, you have more success. Also, since you'll be stressing less, your body will be at more ease. You won't go into dis-ease as much, your body won't be in disease as much. It's very beneficial not to be stressed. If you scallywags would like me to do like a little Snapchat mini lesson on energy and vitality, let me know. It's not something that I typically do a lot of. I leave that to the girls, right? But I've got formulas to show. I got formulas in science to show some ideas that I've subscribed to in vitality. It seems to work for me. New video alert! New video alert! Go and look at the new video. It's on the YouTube. This is my 1 year of vlogging recap. Hey, want to be in my Snapchat? What time did you wake up this morning? You were not there in bed. I like your leopards.
If they think they're gonna stop you coming